Hello, guys. Hope you're well, and I hope that you liked the slots so far. Uh, Whoever watched my beginner's presentation now probably expects something more interesting in the advanced session. I'm not sure it will be more interesting, but I hope it will be more useful. So just a few short introduction about me and the company where I come from. I come from Escape. Escape was established in 2003 in Osijek, and we are specialized in two main categories. That is analyzing web data, Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, BigQuery, and whatever is connected with analyzing data, and pay-per-click, either Facebook or Google or some other platform, where you pay the visitor after he has clicked on your ad to visit your website or to make a conversion, a purchase, or whatever you conceive interesting for you as a conversion. We have a lot of awards. I will not talk about them. I will just tell you a little bit about me. I'm a mechanical engineer. I work in this field very long, in this field of internet advertising. And I'm actually not a marketing specialist. I'm not a mathematician. I'm an engineer. So that explains a lot of things that you will see later on. But maybe just to help you a little bit to stay focused on my presentation is some of the biggest names in the industry: Evenash Kaushik, Brett Gaddis, Fred Valais. All of them listened to my presentations, and all of them had some nice things to point out from this presentation. So it's actually something that we are really well known in the circles, of course, of people in this industry, not among people in the street. What is my concern today? What should be an advanced Google Ads approach for people that are not Google Ads advertisers? So this is a presentation not for advertisers, but for users, for people that are hiring agencies, or for people that have employees that are running campaigns for them in-house, or they have some outsourced partners or some outsourced agency. Very often I have been asked the question, okay, I have an agency now, and they told me this is a good agency, but how can I check are these campaigns using all the capabilities, using my budget properly? What is going on actually in my Google Ads campaign? So I have prepared for you 5 reports. There are about 300 different reports in Google Ads. 5 of them are enough for you as a client, as a customer. Either you have an in-house specialist or you have an outsourced agency or outsourced specialists. You check only these 5 reports and you will be an advanced user and will be able to ask advanced questions and will be able to understand if your money is well spent. So, okay, what are these 5 reports? Very easy. The negative keyword list or negative keywords in the campaign. I will talk about negative keywords a little bit later. User location. Where was my user when he clicked on my ad? Very important. The change history report. This is a log where everything that has been changed in the Google Ads account has been written with a timestamp and with the identification who was the person in charge who made these changes. It's very important for you to understand not maybe what has been changed, but the frequency and the dedication of the agency to check these logs. There are really sometimes a lot of changes, a lot of things that has been done, but I will show you just on a simple example what to look at, and then you will be aware of the fact how dedicated is your Google AdWords agency or specialist. And important for you also is the placement report. The placement report is a report that tells you where has your ad been shown and where has your ad been clicked. It is important to understand the placement report because not all the users are on all the possible websites. And if you have some specialized offer, and specialized offer is for sure yacht charter and renting boats and the vertical where you are active in. It's very important to see could it be that my client was on this page and how well did he perform on this page where my ads were shown to him. And the last but not least, maybe the most important one, is the search terms report. I cannot emphasize how important it is to check from time to time your search term report. What is a search term report? The search term report tells you what is your user Googling, what is your user Google searching for in Google, and after that he saw your ad, and after that he clicked on the ad. You pay only for the clicks, but it is sometimes very important to see the general attitude of the audience. What are they interested in? What is your main offering, and how good is it matched with the search terms and with your landing page? It's very important to, in a way, understand the atmosphere of the market, the goals and the wishes of your audience. So let's start with the negative keyword list. To put it in short, there are two main types of keywords. Keyword is something you think that your audience should Google for. You think that your audience should Google yacht charter, for example. And there are 4 different types of positive keywords. What is a positive keyword? This is a keyword that triggers your ad. So if you have, for example, yacht charter as a keyword, and the searcher searches for yacht charter, this will trigger your ad that offers some yacht charters for the user. Negative keywords are keywords that prevent your ad to be shown to the user. So for example, if you have only expensive and luxury yachts, you maybe don't want your ad to be shown to people that are Googling cheap yacht charter or yacht charter bargains or early bookings, whatever. Then you have to tell Google if some of the keywords that are not good matched with my offer should prevent the triggering of my ad. These are negative keywords. The problem with negative keywords is that there should be a lot of them, and you will see why. And if you don't have a lot of negative keywords in your account, that is the first indicator that your agency or your advertising specialist is not dedicated to your campaign. The 4 positive types of keywords, keywords that trigger your ads, are divided in some match types that are, that is the phrase that Google used. Match type is something that describes how your keyword is in compliance with the search term. So the first one is exact keywords. Exact keywords, that means that you have exactly pinpointed what is your targeted audience, what your targeted audience should search for, and only those people that are searching that can see your ad. For example, I have, and it's written in square brackets. So if you have in square brackets yacht charter, the keyword yacht charter, this will trigger your ad for all the search terms that include yacht charter and nothing else. So, for example, yacht charter can trigger your ad. Yacht renting can trigger your ad because semantically, by meaning, it's the same. Rent a yacht or charter a yacht or book a yacht is actually the same meaning of the search query. If a person is searching for yacht rentals and you have the keyword exact yacht charter, there is a great probability that he will see your ad. Although you have told Google not to show your ad only for exact phrases like yacht charter, but Google's algorithm understands the meaning of yacht charter and then offers some synonyms that can also trigger your ad. So your ad will be triggered if somebody is searching for yacht renting, rent of a yacht. It's not the same, the same search query that you have defined as a keyword, but it has the same meaning. Yacht renting or rent a yacht is the same keyword semantically. It means the same thing, and this keyword will trigger your ad. In exact keywords are included singular and plural changes. So you have yacht charter and somebody searching yachts for charter, that will trigger your ad. Typos, maybe somebody is misusing caps lock or is missing just a character. So small typos are also included, and all the semantic search terms that are good matched with your keyword. So rent a yacht could trigger your ad if somebody is searching for rent a yacht and you have the keyword yacht charter. Google understands it's semantically the same. What is not triggering your ad if you have yacht charter in square brackets is if there's something is written before or after your search, your keyword. So for example, somebody is searching for yacht charter in Split. Yacht charter in Split is a search term a person has searched for, but you have told Google only yacht charter is important. In Split is something that I didn't want to be present with my ad, so your ad will not be shown to this searcher. Or, for example, cheap yacht charter or yacht charter Adriatic, and all the possible keywords that have something before or after your keyword. What is important to understand, exact keywords will trigger your ad if your ad is semantically, if the search term is semantically connected with your keyword, but nothing should be in front or after the search query you have defined as an exact keyword. It's written in square brackets. The next type, because maybe you are interested in people that are searching for yacht charter in Split or in Dubrovnik or whatever. So you don't know what people could put in front or after the search term that is interesting for you. Therefore, you use the phrase match type keyword. The phrase match type is written in double quotes. And if you write yacht charter, then whatever is written before or after is irrelevant. Your keyword will trigger your ad because yacht charter is somewhere in the search term. It's also semantically connected. So if you have the keyword yacht charter in phrase and somebody is searching for cheap renting of a yacht, probably the Google algorithm will understand it's the same. It's the same meaning. It's semantically connected with your keyword and will show your ad. Typos, plural, singular, plural, is included in this keyword. So as mentioned in exact and in phrase, it's also for all positive keywords. There can be smaller discrepancies between your keyword and the search term. Google is very flexible to show your ad if the algorithm has calculated that there is a great probability that the search term is equal to the keyword. What is the problem with phrase keywords? It is the phrase that you have defined. If you have defined yacht charter and somebody is searching for yacht or boat charter, the phrase keyword will prevent your ad to be shown because you have told Google it should be yacht, it should be charter, and nothing in between the words yacht and charter. So if there is yacht and boat charter, and boat will prevent the phrase keyword to trigger your ad. It's very important to understand semantically the keyword should be closely related to the search term, but the word in the phrase keyword should be in a way strictly in the order of the words you have chosen in double quotes, you have written in the Google Ads interface as a phrase keyword. So yacht should be the first word, charter should be the second word. Sometime it will be charter of yachts will also trigger your ad, but it's not, you cannot be sure. It's a high probability that it will happen, but there is no guarantee. And all phrase keywords trigger all exact keywords and some additional keywords that have something in front or after the search term you have put in double quotes. That is the phrase keyword. The third positive type is the broad match modified keyword. You are just telling Google with a plus sign, these words has to be in a search query of a user. It doesn't matter in which part of the sentence are these words. It is only important that these words with a plus should be in the phrase that somebody is searching in for Google. So, for example, if you have yacht plus charter in your keyword set in Google Analytics, then it will be trigger your it will trigger your ad for any search queries that include in the search term of a user any kind of sentence where somewhere is yacht and somewhere is charter in the sentence. It can be on the first place, in the middle, in the end, never mind, it can be something in between. It doesn't matter. It's only important that these two words are included. There is a big problem, and I would like to emphasize this. Very often people are using phrase keywords as a phrase plus rent, plus a, plus boat. So rent a boat with all the pluses. That means to Google algorithm that rent should be included in the search term, that boat should be included in the search term, but that A should also be included. If A is not included, if you have a rent a boat and somebody is Googling for a boat renting, it will not trigger your ad because there is no A plus the A in the search term. And this is one of the big, one of very often pitfalls I see in Google Ads campaigns. So then you should combine. You should define your keyword as plus rent without anything and then plus boat. Then you told to Google's algorithm if there is a or not an A, it's not important. It's important only to have rent and to have boat. The A is not important. The problem with these keywords is that somebody is sometimes searching without a key phrase. For example, people very often Google yacht in Split. They don't Google yacht charter in Split. They just Google yacht in Split. I'm interested in, and this keyword will not be triggered by this plus yacht plus charter because charter was not in the search term of the user, and it will not trigger your ad. To overcome this obstacle, Google has the fourth match type, and it's the broad keyword match type. It's written without any additional characters, just yacht charter. What will happen with this yacht charter? It will trigger your ad if somebody is looking for any search term where yacht and charter are present, but sometimes it's enough only to have only yacht or have only charter. And that can mislead the algorithm because somebody could search for buy a yacht. He is not interested in renting a yacht, but in buying a yacht. But because you have told Google, if there is a yacht, please show my ad, and he whose intentions are to buy a yacht, he will see your ad rent my yacht. And that can be a problem because you are mismatching your message with the expectation of the searcher, and he will probably not click on your ad. Not clicking on an ad is also not the best solution for you, because if your ad is shown but nobody is clicking on the ad, it decreases your CTR, click-through rate. You have an impression, but you have no clicks. And bad CTRs influence the cost per click of all the future searches. So you have to pay more for the future searches if your CTR is lower than it should be. Therefore, to avoid this mismatching with the audience, a lot of negative keywords should be used. For example, in this yacht charter and buying situation, you should put buy or buying as a negative keyword, as a keyword that prevent triggering your ad, because you only want people that are looking for yacht and charter, but not if buying or buy is a part of the search term. That means in the long run that you will have a lot of negative keywords, because yacht buying, yacht repairing, yacht storage, yacht whatever that you're not offering can trigger your ad. Paint, yacht paints, best yacht paints for my yacht. It could trigger your ad. So you should have a long list of negative keywords that should prevent showing your ad. And here we come to our negative keywords. If somebody is searching, for example, car for rent, not rent a car, but it's car for rent, it will trigger, your ad will be triggered if somebody is searching for a rent a car, because Google is very flexible with positive keywords. Okay, you probably have meant this or that, it's close, let's show your ad. With negative keywords, Google is strict. You didn't tell me that it should be not car for rent, but also rent a car. And the problem with rent a car could be if you have a broad match yacht charter. Charter rental booking is in a way semantically the same. And if somebody is searching for car rental and you have yacht charter, the algorithm, yacht charter in a broad match, the algorithm could still have a miscalculation and say, okay, here is some renting going on, maybe I should show the ad. Showing an ad that is not good matched with the search query and with the intention of the user lead to decreasing your CTR. Actually, at the end result, your campaign is more expensive than it should be. You should remember this very important thing. With positive keywords, Google is flexible. Google, okay, this could be the same. With negative keywords, Google is strict. You didn't tell me. You have to exactly tell me what should be wrong. So if you see a lot of typos, for example, car rentals, not rentals, and you have a negative keyword car rentals, but not car rentals, you should include car rentals also as a negative keyword, because you are offering boats, not cars. And you have to be very thorough in reading all these search terms to include unmatching keywords in the negative list. There are three types of negative keywords: exact, phrase, and broad. There is no broad match modified type of negative keyword, only exact, phrase, and broad. And where should you use, for example, exact keywords? If somebody is searching for the term split, you have no idea what is his intention. Is he searching for accommodation? Is he searching for any historical data about split? Is he searching for directions? Or is he searching really for a yacht? You don't know. Therefore, I strongly recommend always to put single keywords that are not relevant to your business as a negative keyword. So, for example, if you are active in Šibenik, then you should put negative Dubrovnik, Split, Pula, Zadar, and all the cities at the coast, because you don't want, if somebody is searching for Split, to show your ad of yacht rentals. It's irrelevant. You don't know what he's up to. In phrase match, My suggestion is he could even search for banana split in a way, but search only for split. So therefore, there should be exact keywords, negatively exact keywords that are one word phrase keywords. If you have a sentence or a phrase in a sentence where you don't want to show your ad, for example, a lot of people are searching Yacht Charter recommendation.uk. .co. So they go on some sites where you can read about recommendations about the possibilities of doing work. TripAdvisor, for example. You don't want people that are searching for what do you think about yacht rental in Split, tripadvisor.com. That is very often a search query, and you don't want people that are informing themselves what's going on with the yacht rentals in Split, so you put negative tripadvisor.com as a phrase, and whenever tripadvisor.com is in the search query, the negative keyword will prevent your ad to be triggered. There is, of course, the third, the broad keyword as negative. It is not depending on the position of the word. If you have minus car for rent, if there anywhere in the search term is car or for or rent, your ad will not be triggered because you told Google my broad keyword, car for rent, is not connected with the place of these words in the sentence, but if any of these words are there, please don't show my ad. This can also be a big obstacle because you never know, trust me, you never know what your audience is searching for in advance. You always see it at least 24 hours later. So you have to check, especially when a campaign is starting, when you have a new campaign, you have to check sometimes every 15 minutes what has been searched. Is it relevant, irrelevant? Should I put it as a negative or a positive keyword? It means a lot of dedication, especially when new campaigns are activated. So, the first takeaway about negative keyword lists and negative keywords is the number of negative keywords should be at least the same, it's even better if there's 5 times more negative keywords than positive keywords, because you should include all the typos, singulars, plurals, semantic words, whatever is. If you put, for example, a negative keyword female, it will trigger woman's head because you didn't tell Google that female should be a negative word. If you just put woman as a negative, woman's head and female's head are completely different search queries for Google. So you have to have woman and have to have female and woman's and all the possible options of these two words describe them actually the same thing, because with negative keywords, Google is strict. You have to tell me. If you didn't tell me, I will trigger the ad. Where you can find the negative keywords that are in your campaign, you go on the left bar and just click on keywords and click on negative keywords. Then you will see either a list, as it is here in this example, either a list or exactly keywords that are negative for this campaign or this ad group where you have spent your money. It's important to have a lot of negative keywords, and it's important to check them at least once a day. When it's a campaign that's going on for a year, maybe once a week is enough, because you have already done everything at the beginning. The second problem I see very often is the user location. People wrongly define the geo-targeting, the area where my ad should be shown to users. And here is an example. A user wanted his ads only to be shown to people in Croatia, but the ads has been shown in practically all the countries in the world. Why? Because he didn't tell Google strictly only in Croatia. He tells Google for people that show some interest in Croatia. And sometimes people show interest in Croatia just planning next year's trip to Croatia. They read some stuff, they watch some YouTube videos, they show some interest in Croatia. And if you don't tell to Google's algorithm only people in Croatia, not people that show interest in Croatia, everybody in the world that has where any kind of interest for Croatia has been measured will be able to see your ad. And you don't want people from Myanmar or whatever if you are selling something very local. This is also one of the generator of decreasing CTR. And decreasing CTR, as mentioned before, is raising your cost per click for all the future searches, and you have mismatched your campaign with the user. So check your locations. How can you check them? On the left panel, you will see the options location, and when you click location, click on matched location for the campaign or for the account. You will see all the countries in the world, sometimes regions, sometimes even cities, where your ad has been shown to users or even clicked to users. If you are not constraining this ability of geo-targeting correctly, you will have a big problem. You will have clicks from all around the world and will never sell anything, and even have higher cost per click. The next report you should check is change history, the change history log. It's also in the left panel. It's on the bottom. It's change history. When you click on this change history report, just check when changes were done in the account. And then you will see, based on the timestamp, that sometimes your agency or your individual running your campaigns for 2 months hasn't done anything. This is impossible. It's impossible to have a campaign that runs for 2 months without any adjustments. That means a high level of neglecting your campaign. There should be at least 2 or 3 days between some changes in the campaign. Maybe when you're running some tests, maybe 1 or 2 weeks is acceptable, but 1 month or more is totally unacceptable. There is no chance that your campaign can run for 2 months without any kind of adjustments. It's a bad management problem. And you should check the change history for all the people in the account. You will see, I have blurred it, but you will see who has made a change, when he has made a change, and even the hourly timestamp, hour, minutes, and seconds. So you will exactly know when one person has done and what has he done, and there are some other things in this report. The next very important import is the placement report. The placement report shows you where your ad has been shown and at what portals and on which websites, and then sometimes if you have a special offer, like here in this case, happy birthday, and then you see that this happy birthday is on Osmrtnica Ba. Osmrtnica Ba is a website where only deceased people people that died are mentioned. It's like Facebook for dead people in a way. So if you see that your happy birthday banner is shown on a site dedicated to recently deceased people, it is a mismatch, especially if there is some clicks. Nobody is going there to see who has died and then to celebrate birthday. You should check where your ads has been shown and try to understand, is there the audience I'm interested in? And if there it is not, you should just exclude these placements from future ad exposure. And where we are now at the last of the 5 important reports you should check every day. It is the last one, and maybe the most important one, is the search terms report. What have people searched for when my ad was triggered? And as you can see here in this example, there is a keyword that was picked as Sefovi. Sefovi in Croatian means like in English, or almost the same, a safe, a hotel safe, a bank safe, a safe where I can safely storage either money or jewelry or some very important documents, never mind. There was this keyword that was, the intention of the advertiser was to trigger my ad when somebody is searching Sefovi. And the ad was very similar. It's not this one, but very similar to this one. We have good safes, strongly and tested, and water and fireproof and earthquake proof, and whatever, safes for all kind of usage. And then suddenly, when you check the search term report, you will see that Sefovi and Šefovi in Croatia are almost the same for Google, because Google is neglecting the special characters like ch, the characters with some extra meaning. And when you check the search term report, you will see that Sefovi triggered a lot of very sexiest porn searches, because people like to see chiefs, chefs in some pornographic action. And then you can, if you don't check the search term report, you will pay for completely mismatched keywords, and somebody is searching for something in concern with more connected with Pornhub or something else, and your ad show them saves. It's a completely mismatch, and it should be avoided at any case. So the search term report is something that you should always check to better understand the customer and to fill your negative keyword list with keywords and phrases that are not relevant to your business. So these are the 5 most important reports for an successful campaign. But then we have a problem. Yeah, I mentioned them again. We have a problem. If you have listened to my presentation in the morning, we have to understand our user. We have to understand his behavior. We have to understand his search queries. We have to understand how to approach these people. We have to understand which 5 reports I should check to have a good campaign. And you have done everything by the book, and still your campaign is unsuccessful. Still your campaign doesn't provide any sales, any leads, anything connected with your activity. And usually the problem is in a step before online marketing, and a lot of people neglect that. The problem is on your website. Your website is probably the weakest part of the chain, of the advertising chain, and your campaign, you can invest a lot of money in a campaign, you can have a good market research, you can have good audience targeting, and at the end, on your website, it's not even possible to send an email or to pay with a credit card. It happens very often. People are surprisingly superficial in checking if their website is really providing the results. Sometimes people want to send a mail and it's impossible. You cannot send a mail from a contact form. To avoid these problems, there are some recommendations. There are 4 of them actually. First, your website should be easy to understand and easy to navigate. This is called usability. It should have a good usability. When I'm a plain user, I don't want to have a math degree and PhD in math to be able to send you an email. I just want to click and send a mail. All those problems are called usability problems. The second big problem is user experience. And if your site is boring, if your site is not interesting to the user. He will probably close the site even before he check your offer. So this is called user experience or UX. So UA and UX are very important for the user that has landed on your website and is willing to do some business with you. The third problem I very often see is the site is technically not correct. You click on something and then you get this nice message 404, you have this site is missing or whatever, 404 or even worse 500 or some other strange numbers. If your site is not technically correct, then no campaign and no advertising budget will help you to achieve the goals that you have in your mind. Very often, a good SEO expert, a search engine optimization expert, will help you to overcome these problems. And you should always check with SEO experts, is there anything on my site that I could improve? But it's hard to measure user experience and hard to understand usability because people are hard to understand. And luckily for us, and the fourth most important thing is the website should fulfill the goal why you have built it. It should fill your bank account. If the website is not providing any results, then something is wrong. Never mind in which part of the process, but something is wrong. The website should fill your bank account. How to overcome the problems with usability and user experience? You would be surprised how easy it is. Just find five ordinary people that are not IT experts and are not in your business. 5 ordinary people. People where your child is having some sports activities in the afternoon. 5 people checking your site with tasks you provide them. You provide them a task. Find my phone number on my website. Send me an email. Order this product or this service. And these 5 people will find 90% of all the usability and user experience pitfalls you have done. 90%. If you use 15 people, they will find all the mistakes that you have on your website. So invite 5 people to drink a coffee with you and give them tasks to overcome your usability and user experience problems. They don't even have to do it in the same time. One can be today, the next one tomorrow. They will overlap probably in 70% of all the mistakes, but every time somebody else is using your website, he will find some mistake, some additional mistake that hasn't been mentioned before. And 5 people, I forgot to mention, on every slide there is a link at the bottom. If you don't trust me, click at the link and the source of the information is on the link and the presentation will be forwarded to all the participants that show any interest in them. How to check the technical side? Usually you are, as an advertiser, offering something, you are not very well educated in online, internet, website creation, whatever. So I have prepared 40 tools, 20 Google and 20 non-Google tools, where you can check your website. Very easy. Let me just demonstrate it online. You click on this nice word called tools, and then there will be another beautiful presentation. As you can see, I make so beautiful presentations. It's amazing. So there are some disclaimers. Don't call me about these tools, please. Never. I have bolded the tools that I use. It's not obligated for you to use them. But let me show just on one example. I will check one of Google's tools that is called the Page Speed Insight. The tool is very simple for the plain user because it has only 3 grades: red, yellow, and green. If it's green, it's okay. If it's red, it's not okay, and that's it. That's everything you have to know. So I will use just one website by my choice or the choice of the audience. Is here anybody who wants to check his website? No. So I will use my website from my company. This is our website, and I will ask Google, what do you think about my website? And Google will answer. As you can see now, people from Google booked an airplane ticket, traveled to Croatia, knocked on the door. Hello guys, we are from Google. We want to check your website. Yes, please come in, drink a coffee, check the website. And as you can see, Google told me, your website is 42 out of 100. It's red. What does it mean? It means I have to repair something. What should I repair? It's very easy if you check it on the list of necessary improvements. I should have less redirections than I have. I should not use as many redirections than I am using. And where are these redirections? They are when you click on this little triangle. You will get a list of all the links that could improve my website results if I would avoid any kind of redirections. So it's very easy for the user, it's very easy for the technicians, and I strongly recommend you should use these tools and try to get in the green area, try to get green grades, because green grades at the end of the day are responsible for a lower cost per click. You will see improvement and decrease in the cost per click sometimes of 30 times. Instead of $3 per click, you will pay 10 cents. It's huge. It has huge impact on the cost per click if you are implementing the green grades in your account. And this, guys, is everything I have prepared for you. Thank you.
We have a question here. So, Carlo from Streaming Hire. Dear Miroslav, thank you for all the knowledge shared. How you look at bidding for a competitor's keyword, for example, part of his name, in order to show own ad when someone's searching for a competitor? Any benefit from that short versus long term? Thank you.
My attitude, and it has nothing to do with recommendations, it's my attitude is I don't care about competitors. I don't compete and don't use competitors' keywords with one exception. If my client is pushing me to use competitor keywords, I will do it. But I will always strongly recommend try to improve yourself. Try not to run after your competitor, because you will always be second. You can never overcome him. Focus on your site, on your campaign. Check the competition, but don't use competitors' keywords as keywords triggering your ads. As a rule of thumb, they are always more expensive, they are always more irrelevant, and they are always disturbing the overall account results. They have lower CTR and therefore disturbing the account.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. I didn't remember the name. Thank you. Bye.